Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Eddie, and I'm back with another review of the episode 4 of Heavenly Delusion. So immediately off the back, we leave off where we ended off last time, which is where the Kiriko and Maru are getting chased by the fish. That scene's from the trailer, by the way. And it looks like the fish is bulletproof, or laser-proof. Whatever the case, apparently dumping a load of weed onto the fish is a far better way to immobilize it than using freaking lasers to, I don't know, maybe dry up the water, which makes no sense, but I mean, I've enjoyed the anime so far, so I don't know, I still like it. It's honestly a shame that everyone lost so much of their precious cargo. I mean, yeah, it's better that no one was hurt, but still, it's gotta suck, like, losing so much, like, of your precious hard work. Though it doesn't look like they lost all the cargo, so, I mean, it's probably fine, right? Good thinking, Kiriko. Like, honestly, using your surroundings to your advantage in a fight like that is a sign of a truly good fighter. I honestly expected there's something to be bad in the do not enter hold section of the hold, because it was written in red, which kind of looked like it was written in blood or something like that. Honestly, if there were no humans on board and you just found it adrift, I would consider this like, I don't know, like a zombie-infested ship or something like that. But apparently not. That's just where they store all their cargo. Also because of how the guys are talking about how they never locked the door yet, could not open it. But, I mean, honestly, it looks like there really was nothing in there, so I guess not. Also, I feel you, Kiriko. I also suck at naming things. By the way, that moment when Kiriko suggested just holding up in the ship cabin, banging on the windows to test it, and immediately having screws fall out was absolutely hilarious. So yeah, I mean, that's the whole section with Kiriko and Maru, and right here is about where we, like, jump back to heaven, or wherever this is. It looks like these kids are growing up with any input from the adults. It's a highly unethical experiment that I can't deny I've thought of a few times myself. Like, what would happen if a group of kids grew up without any adults, like no adults to teach them culture? Just, I guess, like, maybe they have robots or something to just, like, give it, like, keep them alive. But what kind of, like, culture would they develop, essentially? Like, what's the natural culture of humanity? If they're not taught any of these, like, cultural natural behaviors, what do they develop? And yeah, that's incredibly messed up. The girls we saw in episode 2 weren't taught to kiss, yet here they are kissing, so I guess some things really are universal. On the other hand, given how awkward, like, it was half awkward, half creepy, like, on one hand I could say, oh, I kind of relate to that. On the other hand, I could say, what the hell, man, was when that white hair boy was, like, trying to confess to Mimihime. So I guess some romantic sexual behavior really is learned. That includes consent, which I don't think any of the kids here know about, so yeah, that's a big yikes. By the way, does anyone think that Cuckoo kind of, like, reminds me of a frog? Like, I saw some people in Reddit saying how much Cuckoo reminded them of the frog girl from My Hero Academia. Honestly, she just reminds me of a frog in general, but even more so, the way she, like, moves around, the way she can, like, stick her hands onto the wall, kind of reminded me of that fish monster that, like, attacked them. There's also the fact that Kona drew a picture of a fish with arms, so yeah, there's got to be a connection there. Look at Cuckoo, like, just climbing up the walls like that. There's definitely something going on with these kids. I also think we got confirmation now that the man-eaters are the babies Cuckoo was talking about, because just look at those things. Those are 100% man-eaters. They're freaky, but they're also kind of cute, the way how the chubby their arms look, and how, like, one tried to reach out when Tokyo, like, tried to, like, put their hand right there. That man-eater baby saying Tokyo's name at the end of the sequence is definitely going to be important. One question I have, though, is, are those man-eaters, like, are they going to, like, take on the traits of the children and become the man-eaters of Kiriko and Tokyo? Kiriko and Maru know? Or are these man-eaters going to at first grow into a stage where they look like the kids that, like, such as Tokyo, Cuckoo, and Kona, and then further evolve into, and do those kids eventually further evolve into man-eaters? That's kind of a question I have. I personally feel like the answer, though, is going to be something completely different that I haven't been able to think of yet. Because knowing how wild this anime is, yeah, it's always going to manage to surprise me by somehow getting even wilder. Also, what the fuck is that thing? The adults running the facility say they've never heard an intruder alarm before. Like, do they not run tests around here? Seeing that the facility owner, like the weird lady that seems to own the place, like, takes orders from this weird alien robot thing whose name is apparently Mina, I guess not. Anyhow, Kiriko and Maru ask about the bird symbol to some of the other survivors, or not survivors, because everyone survived, the boat that managed to get back, and they basically ask the two guys, do you know what this symbol is? And they gave him an answer, but turns out it's another false lead. It really doesn't lead anywhere. I honestly wouldn't expect two random guys to know about the heaven they're trying to head to. Also, I really like how Maru gave that bar to Kiriko and told Kiriko to eat it. Hey, this is something really tasty, and it turns out Maru didn't actually know if it was edible or not. That was really funny. So I mean, I guess that's like a payback for not telling Maru about the plan initially when they were fighting the fish monster. So I guess there's that. That looks really tasty though. What is that, by the way? I feel like that's like a thing most Japanese people would know, but I'm not Japanese, so I'm not really getting it. Like what's that they're eating? That looks really nice. I feel like they have something similar to that in Korea, so I don't know. I feel like that is something I would know. By the way, I really do wonder who sent the white-haired boy that photo. Maybe it was the Mina robot thing. And if that's the case, I suppose Mina was also the one covering for Tokyo and Cuckoo by hacking the cameras or something like that when they're trying to sneak through the vents, or look at the little babies, look at the man-eater babies. Initially, I thought when Tokyo was all acting like this and stuff, I thought the Tokyo secret power was basically not being able to show up to cameras. But now that I think about it, that doesn't work either, because Cuckoo also hid it. Cuckoo, the vents were Cuckoo was clearly on the camera at the time the adults were looking at the kids through the camera, and yet they didn't pick up Cuckoo either. So Cuckoo already has the power of climbing and acting like a frog or a fish in general, so I'm pretty sure that's not it. Anyhow, that scene of him telling Mimihime about his desires, as I said, was half awkward and half creepy, yet I can't blame him for it. Honestly, it's fortunate that they were both really chill with it. There was no forced he wasn't trying to do anything forced to Mimihime or anything like that, which is nice. It looked like Tokyo was creeped out by it, and even more so when Taro tried to pull her in for a kiss, and I think it's a girl. I'm just saying, the voice is a girl, it's voiced by a woman, and yeah, we had a Yuri lesbian scene with the two girls kissing, but I'm pretty sure Tokyo is a girl at this point. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Tokyo is a girl. Anyways, it's a good thing that even after Tokyo ran away, she managed to run into Kona, and Kona was able to explain to her what little he knows about romance and puberty and love and stuff. What little he knows, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know anything either. He was able to tell what little he knows to her, and eventually they were able to confess to each other, or the closest thing these two can come to confessing without actually knowing what it is. By the way, the art in that scene with Kona and Tokyo is absolutely godly. After that, I thought the scene of Tokyo rolling around in the bed, all happy that they had confessed, or as I said, the closest thing there is to confessing with each other, was super adorable. Sadly, it was cut short by the news that Taro has gotten even worse. And honestly, poor Taro. Yeah, I know, he's gonna die. And although I can't say I'm surprised, really, the adults are definitely doing something terrible with them. I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point that these adults are doing something really nasty, and that these kids aren't safe. This place isn't safe. Those last words he's told to Tokyo were absolutely chilling. Get out of here while you still can. Holy shit, that's really insane. Honestly, I feel like I enjoyed this episode a lot more than the last one. The last episode was alright, but I feel like I enjoyed this one a lot more because we were able to uncover so many big secrets and so much world building and all that good stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like the plot was a lot better too, I guess. They uncovered a bunch of secrets for us, and they gave us even more questions. So yeah, I gotta say I really enjoyed this episode. So yeah, that's that. Anyhow, that's probably all there is for this episode. Again, I really enjoyed this episode as usual. More than episode 3, certainly, because I feel like episode 1 and 2 were absolutely godly. 3 was kind of a drop-off, and 4, this is where it picks back up again. So yeah, I gotta say, episode 4, it was really good. And yeah, that's really all there is for it. Please, if you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed the video as well. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And yeah, that's that. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment if you haven't done so already, and smash that bell if you haven't done that either. And yeah, that's where I leave off. The sky's up, and this anime is full of so many twists and turns, and I absolutely love it. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!